shawty, it's your birthday.
It's your birthday, we gon' party.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday!
You're listening to Motherhood in Black and White.
Hey, podcast family. Welcome to Motherhood in Black and White. I'm Kaanji.
I'm Tara.
This is the best week ever. And why is it the best week ever? Because it is our birthday week.
It is our birthday week.
Happy birthday, T.
Happy birthday, Kaanji.
How fortunate are we that we get to share a birthday week?
I know.
It's crazy when you think about it because of the 52 weeks of the year, both of us were blessed to be born in the exact same one.
The world was blessed with this week with both of us.
Or should we say all four of us?
Because we're Geminis.
Because we're Geminis.
Gemini twins.
Yes. And
right.
So this week, podcast family, we are going to talk about birthday celebrations, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And of course, we're going to share our birthday wishes for ourselves and for our family and community. So, Tara, you were fortunate enough because right before we started recording this episode, I gifted you your presents for the week.
You did so many presents, by the way.
And I forgot to give you one. So you have one coming up. I just forgot where it is. Now, podcast family, I don't know if you do this, but pretty much since I became a mom, what I do is I batch buy early, a lot of things. Knowing that we carry the load of remembering all of the things, sometimes I go through life, like when I see something like, oh, my kid will love this, or oh, my husband's going to love it. So I buy gifts all year round when I see something that they're going to like. And I did the same thing with you. Unfortunately, I've forgotten where I've put in some of these presents.
You found most of them.
Yes.
You did find most of them, which is very sweet.
But there's one that I still have to find.
We'll have to run it down when we get it done here.
So can you share with our podcast family some of the things that I gifted you this week for your birthday?
Of course. So I got a lovely Maya Angelou quote, a canvas that I'm going to put up in my office because I have a space perfect for it. And I got a puzzle, obviously, with superheroes on it, including Wonder Woman and Superman, DC all day. And I got a mug, RBG mug, which is awesome. And of course, my very favorite 2 items. And podcast family, if you've been here, you know, I opened up the first one and it was a pillowcase with a picture of shirtless Zac Efron on it.
Shirtless Zac Efron, because not only do you want to sleep with your husband, Jason, but I got you Zac Efron to sleep with.
It's the best of both worlds. I get to share the bed and it's a shirtless young Zac Efron. Very, very cute.
So you can
like
tell
Baywatch Zac Efron.
You can tell the world you're sleeping with Zac Efron.
That's right. I will. It's perfect.
And it won't be a lie.
That's right. And then I also got a notebook that says, I just freaking love Zac Efron, okay? I just do.
Yay. I love giving gifts. And when I saw those gifts, I knew they were perfect for you and your Zac Efron obsession. You love to journal. Mm-hmm. You love to drink tea.
Mm-hmm. I love to sleep.
You love to sleep. We all do.
Yes.
And you love Justice Ginsburg, RBG. Mm-hmm. I want you to take a moment to share with our family why the image of Wonder Woman is so special to you. And as I've been looking for gifts for you the past few years that we've been friends, one of the things that I've focused on doing is always looking to include a Wonder Woman themed something and something that I give you. So would you mind telling our family why Wonder Woman is so important to you?
Oh, man, I don't know if anybody's ever really asked me that. I wasn't a huge Wonder Woman fan growing up, like the Linda Carter version. I watched a little bit, but it was a little bit before my time. But as I got older and started getting into superheroes and comic books, she was kind of the only mainstream option. And I just, you know, she's so strong. And when the movie came out several years ago and kind of reinvented her with Gal Gadot, I just love the image of it. She's strong and honest and has integrity. It's not just about like kicking ass, but it's also about, you know, she's a good person and tries to bring integrity to everything she does. I'm really into it. And it just became a thing. And you know how it is, like once you start collecting something and people find out you're into it and then you have a whole lot of it and now it's your thing. So that's kind of how it happened.
Yeah, it's like everybody gets you the same
That's
thing.
right.
What was it a couple of years ago at the cycling studio where I used to be a spin instructor? Everybody gave me wine. So I came home with close to 55 bottles of wine.
Oh, man.
And I paused and I thought, I think that way too many people know that I love wine.
Can I hear an amen?
And it was cool. It's cool. But I think that I also need to start telling people to start giving me lottery tickets.
Like maybe try something else. Just shift the focus a little bit. I have a friend and her name rhymes with llama, and she got really into llamas several years ago. And now I feel like I can't buy her llama stuff because I know she has like every llama thing you can imagine. So eventually it kind of runs out, I think.
Not for you and Wonder Woman.
No, there's plenty of new Wonder Woman things every day. So keep doing that.
And also not for you and Zac Efron, because I discovered the wonderful world of Etsy and all things Zac Efron. So they're going to keep coming for years.
Let's start a Zac Efron collection thanks to Kaanji.
You're welcome. And to your husband, Jason, you too are welcome for all of the Zac Efron that's coming into your world. You know, in the last 12 years that I've been celebrating birthdays as a mother, I kind of have, with the exception of my 40th birthday, not really shown such a light on my own birthday.
Celebrated in a big way.
In a big way. There have been a couple, but for the most part, all of my energies have gone into celebrating and making sure that Roman's birthday has been celebrated for some parts, if not the most part, over the top celebrations.
Yeah.
And when we were talking a little while ago, I was wondering why it is and when it is that it became that kids' birthday parties became so over the top.
Yes.
Was that the way that your birthday was celebrated when you were growing up?
No, I basically got a cake and I think we only had maybe one party. Birthdays were pretty much just a cake with the family at the house. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
I can only remember one actual party. And even that was like, we ordered a pizza and ate cake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And growing up, we used to have the opportunity our parents or our guardians used to bring cupcakes to school to celebrate. So there were school celebrations when I was growing up.
But did you get to have them? Because we have these after school year birthdays.
So here it is. We had half birthday celebrations.
Oh, okay.
So for those of us who had birthdays that were during the summer months or close to the summer months, you celebrated on the half birthday.
We didn't do that. So I didn't get to have birthdays at school either, for the record.
So these are all things we have to make up for now. I think for my way of making up for not having lots of celebrations, and again, I'm not over the top with my celebrations, but I do have an over the top birthday. Mm-hmm. Those people that know me and recognize I created my own birthday holiday. It's a combination of birthday and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. And the first week of June is known to all who know and love me as Conjuga.
I forgot about Conjuga.
How could you forget about Conjuga?
Because we only really got to do one before we weren't at the studio anymore. But I totally forgot about Conjuga. And just for the record, listeners, the reason we're not talking about Kanji's presents yet is because Conjuga has not begun. She will get her gifts before the next episode.
And listeners, if you want to send any gifts my way, please do. But so I think partially one of the reasons why I started Conjuga on my own when I was in my 20s was because I didn't necessarily feel that there were tremendous birthday celebrations. Now, I will say that for my birthday growing up, I did have some birthday parties at the local water park. I remember having a birthday party, a sleepover at my aunt's house. It was a co-ed party, and then the boys left and the girls slept over. Mm-hmm. Because it was close to the end of the school year, sometimes it would be dinner or lunch or dinner with a group of friends. But nothing like we do for our kids now.
It's pretty wild what we do for our kids these days.
Yeah. And also what I noticed was the gifts that he's getting have gotten to the point where, I don't know if it seems like there's a competition among mothers or if there's a competition among kids, but the year before the pandemic, Roman had a birthday party and he cleaned up. Like between gift cards and money, he probably, and I think we had 28 kids at this birthday party. I think he ended up with well over $600 in cash or gift cards.
Whoa.
Yes, which to me is an incomprehensible amount for a 10-year-old.
Right. Yes.
And I'm trying to teach him fiscal and financial responsibility. One of the things I want to do was like, no, we save it and we put it in the college fund.
Yeah.
And then the part of me was, as he said, and he advocated for himself, he said, well, Mommy, that's my birthday money. I should be able to spend it how I want. And so I'm curious, like, what would you say, or what do you say in those situations with your son?
I typically let him spend his birthday money. When he was little, before he was old enough to understand the concept and he would get cash, that went into savings because he didn't know any better. And he got so many presents, he didn't know the difference. But as he's gotten older and he knows, oh, I got a gift card to Target, I got a gift, Amazon or whatever, I've let him use it on stuff that he wants. It's interesting, though, what you were talking about, the presents. We still have probably 6 or 7 gifts in the hall closet from 2 years ago, because last year was COVID. He didn't have a big party with presents, but like 2 years ago, it's just like projects and games and things like that, things that you don't just play with right away, but you would have to work on. And we still have 6 or 7 of those put up. We have Lego sets. We still have several in the closet that he hasn't even opened. Because I'll just go through and I'll let him take a couple and go ahead and start playing with them, and I'll put the rest up. And then he'll just come to me and go, because we typically see a lot of projects. One year he got like 10 Nerf guns of varying types. I'm like, dude, let's take some of these back. Like, let's give these to your friend. We've regifted that stuff because you just don't need 10. Like, that's a lot.
Or any.
or any.
So the Nerf gun story that you just shared, it kind of triggered something in me, because when Roman was 10, that's the first time that he got a Nerf gun that I didn't give him. And, we talk about, and recording this podcast episode on the anniversary of George Floyd's murder. And we all know that George Floyd was murdered by a police officer who had been sworn to protect and serve. And a year ago, even though some people saw that video and it opened a consciousness for them, he was not the first Black man to be killed, an unarmed Black man to be killed by a police officer. And he hasn't been the last. But when my son turned 10 and he got a big Nerf gun, the first thing I thought about was 12-year-old Tamir Rice, who was walking in a park with a Nerf gun, and a police officer came upon him and told him to freeze, drop it, and fired and shot and killed a 12-year-old Black boy who was carrying a Nerf gun. So when we were at the birthday party 2 years ago and Roman opened his Nerf gun, whereas I think some parents may have been like, oh, that's cute, that's sweet, the first thing I thought was, I am terrified. Yeah. Totally terrified. And this kid who at that point in my mind was like, okay, he's now not necessarily a kid because he's getting older, his hair's growing longer. I said, he will never play with that. He will never play with a Nerf gun. Yeah. And it was weird because for so many years, just like your son Gage, he'd always been given Nerf guns for presents and he'd played with them. But in my mind, at that moment when he turned 10, it was an understanding that things were changing, double digits. Yeah. And that birthday for him, to me, it meant that he had lost something. Yeah. It meant that I think to so many people, he would never be seen as a cute Black boy again. And to a few, he could be seen as a target. And so as I love celebrating my son's birthdays, as he gets older, and his next birthday, he'll be 13, I do have that recognition and fear that he is becoming a Black adolescent in a community and in a society that doesn't necessarily celebrate the beauty of his skin color. Yeah. And then questioning like, well, what's it going to be like when he's 14 or 15 or 16? Oh, I will share this with you. We wrapped up school here last week, and I think you know this, Tara, but Roman, for a 6th grade award, he received the kindness award from his teachers.
I love that.
Yeah, I love it too. So he got straight A's this year, which I was very happy about. But I was proud that the teachers recognized that part of his character.
Yeah.
And then that just made me realize, wow, yes, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's mission and hope that we will be judged by the content of our character, it's coming true.
Yeah.
Like my son is being judged because of who he is, not because of the color of his skin. And then today, remembering that it's the anniversary of George Floyd's murder, I'm like, well, there are some people that still don't do that. So what is it that we can do and how can we do that and get to it and celebrate each birthday again without a sense of dread or fear?
Yeah. Or concern about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, that's just so tough. And I know how you feel about that. And I feel similarly for different reasons, you know, as I see Gage getting older. I think in general, as I'm watching him get older and realizing that, you know, things are changing and the margin for error is getting smaller and smaller, and kind of watching him grow into this pre-adolescent kid and just knowing that we're that much closer to him kind of going out and doing it, you know, just things like that. I think there's a little bit of sadness to that all the time, but I know that for you, it's an extra layer of anxiety, and I'm so sorry for that.
Thank you for your empathy. But it's also a reason to celebrate because we all know that each year is not promised to us.
True story, yes.
And as I am getting, so here's my question. What is the average life expectancy of a woman now?
I don't know.
You're like, why are you asking? Don't you know all the things?
I do not. No, ma'am.
Okay,
that is a fallacy.
Let's say it's about 90.
Okay.
If it's 90, I'm more than halfway done. And so every birthday, it's a reason for me just to pause and reflect where I've come from and where I am now. And I'm trying to get so much more comfortable in the skin I'm in, and learn how to kind of celebrate where I am and like love myself exactly where I am.
Yeah. You know, I hit a new decade a couple of years ago, so I'm early in this one, and it's an interesting one to be in for sure. In this year, I've noticed we talked a little bit about how both of us let COVID put us on the couch a little bit. So not that I don't love my body, but it definitely, there's some pain points due to this not taking care of it that I need to pay attention to.
Listen, I love my body. There's so much more to love
100%.
post-COVID and post-pandemic. So much more to love.
Yeah. Like, I mean, in February, I had to run up to the doctor because I threw my back out and could barely move. And I'm like, oh, is this where we are now? This is what we're doing. Okay. So I know there's, you know, I feel good about it, but I'm recognizing that the runway between being able to just suck it up and move forward is getting shorter and shorter. My body's like, excuse me, ma'am, I'm going to need you to pay a little bit more attention to me. Okay.
We took Roman to, or my husband took Roman roller skating the other day, and they asked if I was going to come. And I said, no. Because here's the thing, like when I was that age, you could fall down and just pop back up and be okay. If I were to fall now, I would break everything and it probably wouldn't heal. And I was thinking about Brooke Shields. So the other day on,
oh my God, that story.
Good Morning America,
Yes.
I saw the story how she was just doing a regular exercise routine. And she ended up breaking her femur, which is her thigh bone.
Yes.
Which is the biggest
bone.
Thickest bone in your body.
Yeah.
And it was just doing an ordinary exercise routine. She was balancing herself on a balancing board, kind of like a Bosu ball or a balance ball or something. And she just fell and broke her thigh bone to the point that she required extensive 2-week hospitalization.
So scary.
And so we get forward and we get to an age where it's so easy. Like, you know, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and like, oh, I slept terribly. It's like, what happened? Like my back hurts.
I can't turn my head. I don't know what to do. Yeah. I went on a little trip with a friend a couple of weeks ago. I guess it's been a week now. And we were like walking down this strip and we'd done a little shopping. So I had like a shopping bag in each hand, but nothing heavy, like water bottles in one and maybe like a t-shirt or something in the other. And it had a little walking trail that was kind of steep, but it was only half a mile. We were like, well, let's just walk up to the top and we can see. So we walked up to the top and we both were like, this was a mistake. Because we were just in like regular walking clothes and we were cracking ourselves up at how out of shape we were. And then we came back down to eat. And while I was sitting there, I like turned too fast. And like where I was carrying those bags, my shoulder muscles just like yanked real tight. I go, oh, all right. I mean, it's just like, this is ridiculous.
This is your birthday present.
Happy birthday to you.
It's
You're old, girl.
It's the
Slow
aches,
down.
the aches and pains. Yeah, my husband asked what he could get me for my birthday. I said Advil. Bottles.
Ibuprofen, please.
Bottles.
Just keep it in the house.
Yeah. This year, it's going to be different birthday celebrations for those of us who are celebrating birthdays now in May or June. Our country and parts of the world are largely reopening post-pandemic. And for almost all of us, we celebrated last year's birthdays during the pandemic. What's happening now is a sense of a resurgence of community, a resurgence of activity and vacations and celebrations, and people are just getting out and enjoying it. And as I just mentioned, our family is in our first week of summer vacation because our school year ended. And so a lot of people, including ourselves, are starting to look and say, like, well, what are we going to do to vacation or finally get out of the house because we've been here for 15 months and start to get out like a lot of people across the globe. So I'm curious kind of how you are not only going to celebrate your birthday, but how you are going to celebrate with your family post pandemic now that you all are fully vaccinated and you're ready to head out. Can you share with us some of your vacation and travel plans?
Yeah, we're not doing anything for my birthday. This one, it's in the middle of the week and they just don't mean that big a deal anymore. We did a big trip a couple years ago. This is just going to kind of pass us by. An interesting note, though, that tomorrow is my actual birthday and our office is having like our first in-person networking event for the first time in like a year and a half. So it just happened to be on my birthday, and I'm going to swing by that for a few minutes. But it's interesting to think about like being in a room with 30 people. It's a big room, but still it's strange getting out there to people again. And then for the summer, we have rebooked the trip we were supposed to take last year, which is a family trip to Yellowstone. We're going to fly up and go spend a couple of days at the national park and just kind of hang out with me. So we're still going to be like outdoors, kind of big skies. We're not doing anything too crowded. And then Jason and I have a little anniversary getaway to a really small place in the hill country in a couple of weeks.
Ooh, that sounds romantic.
Yeah, we're kind of we call this the Tara gift corridor because Mother's Day is like the second Sunday of May. And then it's my birthday 2 weeks later. And then our anniversary is 2 weeks after that.
Who planned the anniversary trip?
I did. I mean, did you even have to ask? Now I say that he said, let's go back to that place we went last year. And then I booked it. So it was his idea and I executed. So give credit.
Mothers, don't we always execute?
That's right. Don't say it. It will happen.
I'm just saying. So,
yeah. So what are y'all's plans?
We don't have a lot of plans this summer. As you know, I am a month into a new job.
Right.
There will be some travel with my new job. So with this job, it is likely I will have to travel to California and to Boston. Potentially, I will have to travel to Tel Aviv, Israel later this fall. But what I did do is, again, I'm someone who, if I think of somebody's birthday, I kind of act on it right away. Yeah. So my husband's birthday is in October, and seeing how expensive travel is for the summer because everybody is getting out.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mama is traveling.
I booked early. I'm very glad I booked early.
Yeah, because like I was looking at trips and travel this summer and I was like, I ain't paying all that for to go to California or to fly somewhere. So I booked for them, my husband and son, a father-son trip to Disney World in October.
Ooh.
So because my husband and son are going to Disney World for about a week, my son is now not going to college.
Disney will get you every time.
Hard choices must be made.
Every time. Listen, there's a lot of other options. It doesn't have college is just one option.
No, he's going to college. We will find a way. As you know, for many years, I taught 5 a.m. cycling classes to make extra money to beef up his college fund. And now he's going to spend it going to the Magic Kingdom.
But it's cool because they have the Star Wars campus out there, right?
Yeah, that's why they want to go.
That's cool.
They're both into Star Wars, and I'm at this point where we both believe, my husband and I, that we've been indoors for 15 months. We really battened down the hatches for COVID, and even now that we are vaccinated and we're supposed to be out and about, we still wear our masks and we're still very mindful and respectful of those who may be vulnerable. And still there's a level of uncertainty about what's going on and how things are transmitted. So we live in a state where the mask mandate has now largely been lifted. I'm still uncomfortable taking my mask off only because I just don't know how I would feel if, even inadvertently, I was responsible for passing a virus, a potentially deadly virus, on to someone.
Right. When we were out of town last week with my friend, we were in a little town that's probably considered a little bit more rural. It's not a big city. And nobody was wearing them. I mean, a few people maybe, but I kept mine on just to be polite. You know, in the shops, the people who worked there were typically wearing them. And so obviously I was like, there's just a lot of people in here. I'm going to wear my mask. And then when we were outside, we would take it off. But it was kind of the beginning of seeing, oh, okay. All right, we're out in these streets, no masks. Okay, oh, it's how we're doing it. Okay, but I typically wear mine indoors and when I'm going into places of business, just to be, I think it's the right move.
We are coming out of, as you know, it's the word that you hate, unprecedented times.
Unprecedented.
And I think that it's so wonderful that a lot of this reawakening is occurring during our birthday week. Because there's times we're just getting back out and into the world. And I would love to end the show if you would just share with our podcast fam what your birthday wish is this year.
My birthday wish this year. Do you know the thing about when you see like the 11:11, you clock and you see 11:11, you see a repeating pattern like that, and you can like make a wish. I don't know the exact rules of it. I just know that's what you're supposed to do. And so for the last month or two coming up to my birthday, I've seen it a lot. I'll check the clock a lot. It'll be 11:11. And the wish I've been making and the one for my birthday for this year is really about wanting to really release limiting beliefs I have about myself and just step fully into this life and unlimited possibilities. I know I shared for our New Year's episode that unlimited was my word for the year, and it's kind of continued to be the theme. So that's my wish for myself this year, is just to continue on that track where I'm stepping out of old ideas and into bigger ones.
That's beautiful.
What about you?
So my birthday wish, for Conjika, I probably get 7. So I get one wish every day.
Yes, obviously.
My wish on my actual birthday would be for a cameo from Beyonce.
Oh, that's a way better wish. Like,
listen,
you win.
So before we wrap up, my colleague just shared with me the cameo that he sent his wife of Snoop Dogg wishing her a happy Mother's Day.
What?
And I have never been more jealous of anything in my life.
Snoop Dogg said Happy Mother's Day?
Yeah. So are you familiar with Cameo?
I am familiar with Cameo because I've been looking at it for a friend for later this year. But yeah, I'm familiar with it. But I never looked up Snoop Dogg.
Me neither.
I didn't know he was on there.
Me neither.
So jealous.
Listen, the little bit of money that remains in Roman's college fund, I may use it to get.
Is Beyonce on Cameo?
I don't know, but
we
if
gotta
she
find
is,
out.
Listen, it is so worth it. It'd be like, Roman, sorry you could not go to college because mommy had to hear from Queen Bee.
Just a quick 2-minute clip telling me I'm awesome. I needed it. Beyonce, I could watch it all the rest of my life. It's totally worth it.
Yeah. So
I would just save that forever
and ever.
Oh my gosh. You have to show me that later.
Yes, most definitely I will. And podcast family, if you have a wish, I hope it comes true, and not just on your birthday. I think that one of the things that growing older and growing up has shown me, and I hope that it's shown you as well, is that wishes do come true. If you believe it, I believe in the power of manifestation and positive wishes. So, but seriously, in addition to Beyonce, that which I wish for each of you is love, happiness, complete joy, and that you're back here with us a year from now hearing about our birthday next year.
Yeah, I mean, but above all, we wish Beyonce for everyone, obviously.
Everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us for our birthday show. We love having you with us every week, and we're planning a lot of fun episodes coming up. So make sure that you're following us on whatever listening platform you're on, whether it be Apple, Spotify. We love to have you with us. We don't want you to miss an episode. And guys, if you have a quick second, just stop really quick and hit rate and review right there on the platform you're looking, that helps us so much with engagement and reaching more people. And we really want to grow this family. We love having you with us, and we want everybody to join in. Thanks so much.
Guard your health, mental, physical, and spiritual. For those of you fellow Geminis, happy birthday. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Take good care.
Gemini twin.
The Gemini power.
Twin.
The Gemini power.
Them biscuits with the cheese up in them. Did you ever see that SNL skit where Beyonce was a Gemini twin?
No.
Did you watch the Gemini twin skits?
No, I missed this.
Well, so it was a take on Destiny's Child. Mm-hmm. It was Gemini twin, and it was Maya Rudolph, and I'm not gonna remember who else, and then whoever the guest was, the musical guest. But Beyonce did it once, and they did. No, I'm getting that wrong. I think Maya plays the Beyonce character.
Okay.
And they were talking about maybe the first one they were talking about. We were on the bus and I had to have the bus driver take me to Red Lobster because we like those biscuits with the cheese up in them. And Gwyneth Paltrow was in it. That's what I'll just show you. No, you got to see her back then. She was funny back then.
Not a fan.
Gemini's twin. I'm going to show them to you now.
I go to bed at 9 o'clock. When am I gonna listen?
This was a long time ago.
Joey.
Before your bedtime. Did you always go to bed at 9 o'clock?
No.
You missed it back in the day.
I had the best years of Kaanji.
Those late night lives.
It's over.
I got to show you that. Maya Rudolph
Now
plays,
I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah, Maya Rudolph plays the Beyonce
What do you think, Joe? Is there
character.
anything we need to do again?
No, I thought that was great.
There's a mix of everything.
Gemini
You kind
twin.
of like hit a bunch of different things.
I know. Good luck making those show notes, Tara.
Yeah.
She'll be like,
And then we talked about...